Dear Mage, I know you're quite fond of your grimoire. However, you have been flipping through the pages for hours now. I suppose you could be reviewing the spells you've mastered, but it seems more likely that you're doing this out of nervousness. You can try and deny it, but it's a futile attempt. I know you too well. You have many ways of showing your worry, and I know this to be one of them. My dear, I understand your concerns, but if you are going to get this nervous on every mission we take, then perhaps we should not take them anymore. I understand, my dear, but you cannot let the memories of that mission haunt you forever. It was an ugly fight, that is something I will not deny, but we knew of that risk when we accepted our roles as your familiars. Injury has always been a possibility, and Wolf and I have known that from the beginning. If we're harmed in our assistance of you, then we accept it. We protect you, not the other way around. And while I do appreciate that you care for us so much, you cannot let it stop you from performing your own duties as a Mage of Storm.
Our clever bird is right. A bit of spilled blood means little in comparison to aiding you. You are our mage, of course, but you are more than that as well. You are the one we were drawn to, who we both have gladly tied our souls to. You hold our hearts, dear mage, and therefore we will guard your life with ours. You are the one who comes before all others.
Wolfie, are you saying that you love our Mage more than me? I'm hurt, truly I am.
That was not what I was saying, but if you intend to be so dramatic about it, then perhaps I'll just allow you to think that.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, but I would. In fact, my dear mage, why don't you come a little closer to me? Mwah. For my dearest.
A betrayal of the highest order. You wound me so, Wolfie.
Spare me the theatrics, would you? Your joking is giving me a headache.
That may be so, but it is also giving our Mage a smile. That should more than make up for my antics, yes?
Unlikely. I doubt it was your dramatics that made them smile so much as it was my kiss.
Now that is a bold claim. How do you know it was you that made them smile?
Because that is the only logical explanation, I should think.
Your rudeness never fails to amaze me, you know that?
Oh, yes, I am well aware.
Huh. It's a miracle that our dear Mage has not stopped smiling yet, given your arrogance.
It cannot be called arrogance if I'm only speaking the truth. The way my kisses delight our mage can only be considered a fact.
A fact, is it?
Yes, it is.
And how can you be so confident of that?
That dazed look in your eye, dear bird, that is how I know my confidence is well placed.
You are absolutely.
Intoxicating?
The nerve you have, Wolf. It is truly something to behold.
Oh, yes, birdie. I know I'm something spectacular to witness.
You talk so much. It's as if you think you're truly better with your mouth than I am with mine.
I never said that.
But you did imply it.
Well, perhaps I did. What of it?
Huh. Hmm. Dearest, most fair and intelligent Mage, could you come here for just a moment? No, dear, closer than that. A few steps closer. Just enough so that I can kiss you and prove a point to our wolf. Yes, that's perfect. Now please, kiss me. Hmm. See? I'm far better than Wolf. Ugh, equal in skill! My dear, that does nothing to prove me better than that scoundrel. Quit looking at me with that smirk, Wolfie. Wipe it from your face. I trust that you've returned with armor for both of us? With sarcasm like that, dear Mage, you'll do me more cutting damage than any enemy I might fight. I'll have injuries to repair before we even step foot outside of our home.
But our dearest is right. What else could all of this armor be for, if not for the two of us? It was truly a ridiculous question.
Oh, be silent, would you? Just assist me in putting on my armor.
Very well. Spread your wings so I can get the straps around you.
After all this time, are you still so fascinated by the sight of my wings? I must admit, that is quite a boost to my ego. Not that I mind, of course.
I don't believe that our mage is simply admiring your wings.
I figured not, but I was trying to lighten the mood. My injury is healed. By the deities, it could not even be called an injury now. It's merely a scar. I can still fly just fine. It is nothing that should draw concern from you, from either of you.
Those words will do nothing to stop my concern from festering in my chest, dear bird. And I'm sure our dearest feels the same.
While I appreciate your worry on my behalf, there is no reason for it. It was not an event that I.
No reason? That is a bold thing to say, dear Raven. And I suggest you withdraw the statement at this moment.
Oh, please. Mage, can you please talk sense into. Dearest, there is such fire in your voice. What is the cause?
Of course, frustration burns in them. You do not know what it felt like to see you struck, to see you fall from the sky and lay there, still on the ground. Your wing was torn and red, covering the ground underneath you. We both thought that. We thought that the worst had come to pass. You felt so frail as I carried you home. Even though our dear mage used every spell and potion they could to bring you back to consciousness, it did nothing to wake you. Your eyes remained shut, pulse faint, as we carried you home. It felt like a miracle when one of the spells began to work and you finally awoke. It hurt to see you in such a state, dearest. I don't think either of our hearts could bear going through it again.
Such somber thoughts do not suit your faces. Wolfie, please look at me. Now, both of you, come closer. Take my hands and hear me when I say this. I shall not leave you so easily. I am yours, both of yours, in heart and soul and any other matter that binds me to this earth. So long as I have even the faintest glimpse of life in my eyes, I shall always return to you. Yes, love, I remember what we said. And we meant every word. To fight and battle at your side is our purpose, and it's an honor to do so. To spill blood for you is part of that duty, as well as being part of that honor. However, so long as I have blood to spill, I am yours. When both of you are with me, there is nothing, no illness, injury, or affliction that I cannot recover from. So long as I have even a fraction of a chance to spend more time walking this earth with you, then I will make it be so. You are my dearest, my loves, and I will never allow you to feel the pain of waking without the feel of my feathers tickling your face. I love you far too much to allow death to put a space between us. Now, please, tell me that I have eased your minds, for I have no more sweet words that I can say. The only words I have left are to plainly state how much I would savor a kiss at this moment. Mm, mm. Yes, my dear Mage, that was exactly what I was craving.
And did you think that I would not offer a kiss as well? Turn your head, dearest raven.
Mm. Hmm,
Have you been satisfied now?
not quite.
No.
No, I will not be satisfied until our mage gets another kiss as well.
Well, my dearest mage, may I silence our raven by kissing you once more? Excellent. Then tilt your head just a bit. Such sweetness you hold, dearest. I treasure it greatly. There. Now, are you content, Raven?
That depends. Are the both of you feeling happier with me now?
Hmm, I'm not too certain. Tell me, how do we feel about our birdie? Very well then. If our mage's mind is soothed, and you've promised not to leave us in this world without you, then all is right again.
Well, now that is a relief. Thank you both for allowing me such grace. All right, now if you'd please, could you finish helping me with my armor? We only have so long before we must set off on our journey.
I suppose you're not wrong about that.
Of course not, I never am.
And which one of us is the arrogant one again?
You, as you always are.
Both of us.
What a heavy accusation, and directed at your familiars nonetheless. If the shoe fits, well, then the shoe most certainly does not fit, of that I can assure you.
I would hardly say that, dearest mage. If anything, we are suitably confident. We are your familiars, after all. There must be something to be said about our strength and intelligence. If we were blessed by fate to be yours, no one would be so lucky as us to share your heart.
Indeed, there may not be anything that Wolf and I enjoy sharing, particularly not when it comes to sharing our food. But you are very much an exception. To share a life together with both of you is a miracle I could never have imagined for myself. Oh, what's this now? You're beginning to look flustered.
Dearest, you are far too captivating of a sight when you look at us like that.
And we love you too, dearest Mage.
Very much so.
Yes, yes, and my heart delights in hearing that, but let me ask you a very serious question, Mage. Do you love me enough to assist me in putting on wolf's armor?
It is not nearly as hard as you make it out to be. You just whine because you like to hear yourself talk.
Well, I won't deny that I enjoy the sound of my voice. However, it is near impossible to get close to you without your wagging tail taking me off my feet. Hence why I would appreciate some assistance.
That is inaccurate, I'm sure.
Ha! Our mage agrees with me. You do wag your tail when I put on your armor. Ah! Then, are you willing to help me with Wolf's armor? Excellent. Then come here and help me. This armor is rather unwieldy to work with. Almost as unwieldy as Wolf's tail.
All right, all right. Fine. You may be right about my tail, but how can I help it? Having both of you close is bound to have such an effect on me.
Aw, did you hear that? Our big bad wolf is actually just a softie on the inside.
Do you ever stop talking?
You already know the answer to that, and you know it well.
Yes, that I do.
All right, dearest mage, let's hurry with the armor. There's only so many hours left of sunlight, and we need to make sure our fluff ball has the proper protection before we set out on our journey.